no, it's gonna crush the four-wheeler. Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to another beautiful day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. About 2 years ago, we went and picked this batwing bush hog up from my dad's place. This thing had not been ran in about 3.5 years, maybe 4 years from the time we picked it up. So it's been 6 years sitting just like this. It's got grass growing on it. It needs a little TLC, and today we're gonna get the batwing running again. So come along as we get this big old Alamo batwing bush hog rotary cutter up and running again. We're gonna hook it to the Big T TYM tractor and we're gonna have some fun. All right? Woo!
I ain't afraid of work. I ain't afraid of play. I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life. Times like this. If you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss.
All right guys, if this is your first time to Stoney Ridge Farm channel, welcome. Today, this is the project. This is the beast, and it's nasty. So what we're gonna be doing is replacing some hydraulic lines on this thing. I'm not sure exactly what all's wrong with it. Dad said it worked okay last time he used it, but who knows? So we're gonna go ahead and pull this cover back, and it could have wasps or bees underneath it, so get ready. If I get stung, I'm gonna run around like a little girl here. All right, here goes. Oh yeah, there's one wasp nest. Let's see here. They're all right, they're not bad. So, this tangled mess right here is what I've got to deal with. This thing is a disaster. We're gonna get you guys some close-ups of what all is going on right here. This was mounted on a Massey Ferguson tractor, and man, yeah. This thing's a mess. So you can see what we've got here. We've got a busted line right here, which leads to the tank, which is right here. It has a sight glass in it, and it's basically completely devoid of any hydraulic fluid. The way this machine works is this hydraulic pump pumps fluid out, and that's what runs the hydraulic motors right here. We got 1, 2, 3, there it is, 3 hydraulic motors and a filter right there and another filter on the other side. So this is a hydraulically driven batwing mower, okay? It's not driven straight off the PTO shaft. A conventional batwing mower would have a PTO shaft that runs out right here and runs and splits off to the 2 motors right here, 2 gearboxes. These are hydraulic motors. So this is going to be interesting. Over here on the other side, you can see the mower has had some repairs done to it. This was a state mower for Virginia, the state of Virginia. And you can see we've got a few holes, a few rust holes, a few patches have been made, but otherwise everything pretty much functions smoothly as it should. The mower was just parked, and I actually busted this line right here when I was loading it up. So we've got hydraulic line there that needs replacing, several hydraulic lines here that need to be replaced, and we'll see. We'll go from there. So the conundrum that we have here is that this gearbox is designed to fit on the back of a bigger Massey Ferguson tractor, like a 90 horsepower Massey Ferguson. I'm not exactly sure which tractor it was on, but we're using Big T. This is the TYM T1104. Awesome, awesome machine. It's 110 horsepower, and I believe it's about 90 to 91 horsepower to the PTO shaft, which is right here. Now, the mounting setup back here is a lot different than the mounting setup that was on that old Massey Ferguson. So first thing we're gonna do is back up. We're gonna drop a pin in right here, and we're gonna pull this critter down to the shop. So this is how it connects, and we can't have it connecting like that, so I found a little piece of wood from the sawmill, and we've got it propped up here. We're gonna back in and drop a pin in here. Now that ain't gonna work. We gotta raise her up. Oh goodness. Oh, I'm gonna get dirty on this one. So I've sorted my way through the spaghetti mess right here, and I found the 2 hydraulic hookups right here. One is teed off, so I don't know exactly how this is gonna work, but we'll find out. We're gonna go ahead and hook them up to the rear remotes here. All right, good to go. So on the back of the lift arms here is a locking mechanism. You can see there's a pin right there, so I need to pull that pin. I need to go over here and pull the pin on the opposite side so that the wings will go down on the Batwing. Keep in mind, guys, this thing hasn't been ran in a long time. It looks like, yeah, that was easy. Got one up. It's not gonna be too bad right here. Pull that up. Good deal. Ha-ha! Oh yeah. Oh no, it's gonna crush the four-wheeler. Oh. Well, that didn't work out. Oh, it's annoying. Constant hassle. I came this close to crushing the ATV with one of the arms on this thing. Yeah. So next step, we got to get this guy up. We got to lay these 2 wings out. We got to take the fire hose on the ABI water trailer on the top of the hill here and rinse this thing off because I can't get to anything. I can't see it. I will tell you, I went to pick this up, the hydraulic pump, and the hose just tore in my hand. This is gonna be a job, man, no doubt. I might have to get a welder, a fabricator, to build me something to set this up where it connects to the PTO shaft. Fingers crossed. Nobody ever told me bat in Batwing stood for big turd. I hope this thing is worth fixing, man. I'm sure it is, but I've got my work cut out for me here. I'm trying to figure out exactly how the wings go up and down. I've got my lever right here. It raises and lowers, so you can see that raises and lowers the deck. And it looks like trying to figure out how to get the wings down. I think that works off of gravity. I don't think they need to be hooked in the same hydraulic cylinder. I think we got to put it in a different one. Let me come out here and try this again. Wings going down. Got one wing down and the other wing down. Dad was pretty excited that you could operate with one wing up. A big piece of machinery right there, and then both wings go up. Awesome. Cool. Sweet. So now we've got it up and down. Have to be careful with that. Pull back to go up, push down to go down. Okay. So the mechanicals work. Let's go wash it off. Once I learn how to maneuver this thing a little bit better, we'll get a full measurement. I think this is a 16-footer. That's what Dad said it was, but man, it seems much wider than 16 feet. We'll go ahead and drop the wings. Let's see how that does. Kind of slow. Don't want to drop them too fast. Looks like that one drops first, and then the next one drops. Awesome. That's a big mower. Holy cow, man. I'm excited. It's gonna take 20 minutes to mow the whole farm now. So this is the ABI water trailer, and the water trailer, uh-oh, I'm getting ready to hit a fence. The water trailer has a fire hose attachment, and that's what we're gonna be using here to wash this critter off. Here's the fire hose attachment. Awesome, check it out. Got her clean. Pulling her down the hill here, guys. I want to remain positive about this situation, but I see an item that is beyond, almost beyond its usable life. I see something that may be going on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, man. So there are individual tanks on either side of the Batwing itself. I've got probably, I don't know, $1,000 worth of hoses to replace on this thing, and both cylinders on the rear are leaking. Now that I've got them up, I need to make sure I can get through the gate right there. Now that I've got them up, both cylinders on the rear are leaking. Sometimes when Dad passes something on to you, and you guys might get a chuckle out of this, it might not be worth keeping, and that's why he's passing it on to you. Again, I think Dad bought this thing somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 years ago, and I think he paid about $5,500 to $6,500 for it. Brand new, this is probably a, I don't know, a $25,000 machine. You guys let me know. However, it was probably beyond its usable life when it was sent to the dealer and replaced, and now it's really beyond its usable life. But we're gonna get down here, we'll take a look at it a little bit more and see, and you guys might have to let me know if it's worth saving on my part, or should we sell that and put it towards a nice cutter that we can take good care of and keep in the shed instead of this thing that's been sitting out in the weather for years and years and years. It's got holes rusted all through it. It'll make somebody a budget Batwing, but is this something that I'm gonna be fighting with forever and ever? I'm gonna have to replace every single hose on it. And the pump may not work. I don't know. So let's put the measuring tape on this thing and see just how big it is. I'm gonna say it's bigger than 16 feet. Nope. It's a 16 footer, so that's a big boy right there. So let's take you around and show you, now that we can see everything that's wrong, we'll show you all that's wrong. I think Dad gave me a lemon here. I don't know. We won't give up so soon. Let's start at the rear. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 solid rear tires. Those are solid tires, airplane type tires. Back here we've got a hydraulic cylinder. This hydraulic cylinder raises and lowers the lift. In other words, it brings the mowing deck up and down. There's a hydraulic cylinder here, and this one doesn't appear to be leaking. This one's doing good. This raises this side. This one is leaking profusely right here, and that brings up that side right there. So we know we've got to repack that cylinder, and probably should go in and repack that cylinder there. We've got hoses that are completely shot, and these are great big hoses right here. I can't imagine what they are going to cost. It looks like they are 1-inch hoses. That's a 1-inch hose. So this one needs to be replaced. That's about 2 feet long. These are probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $2 an inch or something like that. I'm gonna call and get a quote on some pricing on hoses. Plus the connectors at the end are really, really expensive, and having them pressed on, that's no big deal. So we've got one here that's every bit of 12 feet long, and you can see it's all chipped up. This one's falling apart. This is every bit of 12 feet long. This one goes back to your main drive pump right there. Got two, let's just step up on here. I've got two great big hydraulic filters. This is the hydraulic reservoir. We've got a hydraulic motor there, hydraulic motor there, and a hydraulic motor there. So this is a desirable unit, but it's a little bit overkill for what we are looking for here on the farm. This is your hydraulic fluid reservoir, and you can see our hoses are busted here, busted here, and the bracket for the pump, this is a hydraulic pump, does not at all fit on my tractor, which is a huge downside of this thing. So this is the this is it. It's a Hydro 15, so I guess it's called a 15-footer by Alamo, made in Texas. So awesome, awesome, heavy duty machine. I don't know, guys, you tell me. Is it worth fixing? So I'm gonna call around today. This is gonna kind of be part one of the Batwing bush hog restoration and or sale. This is a tank. So there's a tank. You can see the hydraulic connectors are connected into this reservoir. There's a reservoir in there, and that's rusted really, really bad. This is just gonna get rustier and rustier and rust all the way through. If you look again right here, you can see where a big old booger weld has been done where it comes out of this reservoir right here. So these are hydraulic reservoirs. That's what scares me the most about any of this. Not replacing hoses, I can replace hoses, but if we get all this stuff done and we gotta take that hose loose or we gotta take this hose loose, is it gonna break free and destroy this hydraulic reservoir? Am I gonna spend $5 grand trying to make this thing work and it just doesn't work? So I don't want to call this video a fail. I want to call this video, you guys help me make the decision here. Do I take this and fix it, or do I go look at a nice new woods batwing, light duty batwing? About a 15-foot medium to light duty is all we need. We're just knocking the tops out of grass. We're just trying to go in behind the cattle and clean it up a little bit. Should I spend what looks like, it's going to cost at least $2. And if I bust one of these reservoirs right here, and there's a reservoir right here, and there's a reservoir right there. So each side has a reservoir that could easily bust. I think, personally, I think that this thing is ready for Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. I think it's ready to go. I don't think that it's worth keeping. I think it should be passed on as somebody else's problem. Probably can still get about $2,500 for it the way it sits. It's got a lot of great parts on it, or somebody could have another unit just like this and need some parts, just like me. So guys, let me know. Let me know what you think. I know Big T will pull it like a champion, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth fixing, man, after getting it out and looking at it. And again, sometimes Dad gives you something. When Dad gives you something, he sold me his Farmall tractor and it wouldn't start. He gave me this. When Dad gives me something, I get to scratching my head. Hey man, this thing might be too far gone. Let me know, guys. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you coming to the channel today. This is the start of the Batwing bush hog restoration. If we restore it, we're gonna go off your vote. So your vote counts. If you guys vote to sell it, then it's gone. If you vote to keep it, more people vote to keep it, then we're keeping it. All right? Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time on the Stony Ridge. Woo!
Well, come on down to the Stony Ridge, bring your wife and